I'm in the middle of the water. I come up gasping for air, about a quarter of the way across the river. That flows through the middle of car. Night has fallen while you are underground, and all around you is pitch darkness. You struggle and flail for a moment to get your head above the water, and then turn about to swim for the far bank. Of course, all your water damageable possessions have been ruined. Thankfully, however, the pages of your spellbook are protected, and your fleas are washed away. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Only the food, which I spent 12 fucking gold for. You take a deep breath, choking slightly from the nauseous odor of the field strewn Jabaji. I would assume that's the name of the river. Then dive under thick, foul, mucus ridden water streams up your nostrils, and you make slow progress. You keep going, swimming forward through the muck. Your lungs are starting to burst. Desperate for air, you have no idea how far across the river you are. Surely you cannot hope to make it the whole way across. A dark shape looms through the brown water ahead of you. You break the surface once more, gasping for breath to find yourself close to the far bank. There, I'm on the other side of the city again. You look around in the darkness. The far bank is less populated than the near bank. There are no inns, no market stalls, just a single path disappearing off into darkness between large stone buildings. You are too tired from your swimming to walk on, so you crawl under a bush and make camp. You're exhausted and could do with something to eat, but there is nothing you can do. All of your food has been ruined by water. Oh god, why is it so long? Look at that. Time to get some rest. You close your eyes and are quickly asleep. Your dream are cluttered and crazy. Red-eyed beings loom at you. Fire licks around your toes. Face after face laughs as you ask about the spell. Four? Says one. There are 11 spells. 13. 49. River water fills your mouth and makes you choke. But the water is thriving with fishes, each of which wants to tell you its life story. Vengan strides over and shake you by the hand. Thank you for helping me realize the error of my ways, he says. A moment later, he sticks a dagger into your lung. Finally, a black whale mouth approaches and swallows you whole. That's a weird dream. Well, I'm on the other side of the village. I love how we started. Sorry. I love how we started like this. We explored this, and then suddenly we're here. I would assume we would be out somewhere around here. Down comes, and you are woken by the shimmering light across the surface of the Jabaji River. But the idyllic morning is quickly broken as the first of the boats begin to sail down the river, and the sailor cursing and singing filthy songs that echo between the buildings on each side. You have almost become accustomed to the terrible smell here. You follow the road away from the river towards a fork in the road. If there are any nobles still in the city port, their houses are most likely to be on this side of the river. But which way? I mean, there is only one way to go. And then we can choose either go here. I would assume one of them will be here. One of them was definitely here, or a clue for one of them. Maybe here. They're nobles after all. Also, did I got any more clues? Nope. Okay. We made quite a progress today, actually. I'm happy with that. The early morning sun is beginning to wake the street of Karm. A few creatures roam the way, and that roam this way and that I can't read. In one corner, a spring bubble with fresh water. Drink from the fountain. Look around, move on, ask. Looking left, the road heads through into residential area that seems well cared for. A short way off to the right is an open plaza. Oh my god. You cup your hand to the water and drink a mouthful. It is fresh and invigorating. You stop a passing creature. Excuse me, I need to ask you. The creature had head is bowed and it does look up, but it pulls itself free and hurries away. It is too miserable to speak. Wahoo, I just won daily wild. Oh, hey, let's go. Was it hard? There is nothing for it. You will have to explore for yourself. Okay, we either go to the Ow. I read the wrong one. Yeah, it was. Oh, let's go, you won. But you still won, I guess I had to. I should have said, oh, cat. Hello, cat. Also, I'm out of the water. I almost drowned. It was fun. Let me make myself a cigarette and chew for a second, because I've been reading for an hour and a half. And I can barely read. I'm excited to play Wild Frost, but that would be after Sorcery, because that would be too many games. Because now I made the schedule and we'll be mainly playing Sorcery and Amazing Cultivation Simulator. And when we finish one, Amazing Cultivation Simulator is a base builder, kind of. So finishing it is when we stop playing it, actually. So when we finish Sorcery, we will be playing probably Wild Frost if I got my next Twitch paycheck. Sooner I get the Twitch paycheck, sooner I get Wild Frost. So, watch ads. I'm kidding. If I could stop the ads entirely, I would. Because I hate watching ads and... well, I can't, sadly. I do have to say, I mean, you still have 2 more Sorcery. Oh yeah, I know. No, I have 2.5. I don't think I'm even halfway to that game. Oh, I'm excited. One more, let me make myself a cigarette. Sorcery needs more love, because I don't think there is enough viewers for it. I mean, I got like 13 views on my 2-hour video about Sorcery, so I guess there is some kind of audience on YouTube, but sadly not on Twitch. Book 3 is my absolute favorite. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, there were choose your own adventure books. I forgot about that. There is definitely an audience. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, there is, but it needs more. It's a really fun game. It is a game of which Germa, Ati, and Jacksepticeye made popular. Oh, yeah, I know. But it needs more attention, because the Twitch follows. Let me check how much they were, because I forgot. Stream information. They are currently one viewer and 327 followers of the category of Sorcery 2. So, the YouTube audience of the of Sorcery is more than the Twitch one. It is more. That's what I mean. I mean, I can try streaming both on YouTube and Twitch. I have no idea if my PC can handle it, but I can. Do you want that, chat? Ah, my nose is itchy. I just need to figure out how exactly I can do it. And because I'm not a partner, I shouldn't be restricted to stream only on Twitch, so it should be fine. And I don't think I'll be a partner for the next couple of years. I mean, I don't think I need to be a partner. It will definitely help. But I don't think I need to be a partner. I mean, I would love to, but 80 people per stream sounds a bit too tiring for current me. But I would love to get more followers. More followers mean me famous, and me famous is a bad thing. But a funny thing. Turns right or turn left. Okay, left will lead me to exactly the same place where the right will lead me. Fuck you mean then. But there is a big house there. And a couple big houses here actually. Okay, I'm going there. You turn right, heading away from the city wall. A sign points towards Fairview Square. I can't read. You pass large houses that have the aspect of official places of business. One is marked with the clawed fist of a monkey lander, a money landerer. Monkey? I'm stupid, chat. Moneylander. An elven woman is just leaving. She looks quite worn out already. This early in the morning. You stop the woman with a gesture. She looks up at you in some surprise. What is this building? The woman looks at you in some surprise, as though she thinks your question must be a joke. It's a moneylander. She replies, though why they call themselves that, I don't know. She gulps back a sob. I have no idea. I'm talking to a woman. Did they have turned you down? She looks at you, her narrow eyes wide. Oh, stranger, she moans. You have no idea. I'll help you. I'll help you. She pulls her face. You! Why would you do that? I cannot pay you as... I'm sure you can guess. I'm an adventurer. Perhaps you can help me. You answer, I'm new to car. Oh, is that so? She replies, then maybe. She whips a tear from her eye. Maybe you need a guide. Ah, she's going to swindle me. But I have only 3 golds. That will be useful. She smiles, the first true smile you have seen on her face. Very good, stranger. I'll be happy to help you, if I can, for a fee. Where do you want to go? I need to find an undead creature. I need to find a blind beggar. I'm heading for the north gate. I need to find an undead creature, he replies. One of the nobles. She nods. In the necropolis, but there are a lot of bodies in the necropolis. It might take a long time to search them all. She nods, clearly pleased. And how much do you charge? I mean, I have 3. And how much do you charge? She sizes you up for a moment. 4 gold pieces. That's too much. She shrugs, then I'll find work elsewhere. Doman shrugs, that's fair. She holds a palm and you give her 2 gold pieces. She smiles, very well then. She gestures down the street. Tell me your name. Before we begin, you say, tell me your name. You can call me Mish. She nods. Good to meet you, stranger. This way. If I don't pay her, she'll try fighting me, which means we'll kill her. Sadly. The alley gets wider and passing a long building on the left, which seems to be full of children. An orphanage? Mish tells you. Full of uh, near duels, whatever that means. On the step, a lanky man sits with his eyes firmly closed. Look at him. God, I love that song. It makes me want to fight God. You pass to look him over. He's tall, well dressed, but not healthy looking. He seems pale and thin. Leave it, Mish says. You ignore him and keep moving. Your guide is already a few steps ahead. I found the guide. That's a really cool building, though. All of those people look creepy as fuck, by the way. You follow the woman down a road between large houses until it enters a wide square. Odd-looking creatures mew about, going about their business. Several are clustered in a crowd around a monument of some kind. See that? Mish says, pointing. That's one of the great treasures of Ka. If you step inside, you are granted a vision of the whole city from above, so you can see where you need to go. On the other side of the square, the main road continues on through a low arch. A dozen other alleyways leads off in all directions into Upper Kar. I look at the creatures, look to the arch, ask my guide about the monument, ask my guide to lead on. Tell me more about the monument, you ask your guide. Doman shrugs. You should look for yourself. Very well. You approach the crowd around the monument, your guide in tow, which is so thick it is hard to see inside. Here, says one of the creatures, whom you elbow aside. Be careful. You apologize, and the creature huffs and moves away through the crowd. Clambering up the steps of the monument, you finally get to see inside. But the monument seems to be empty. There is just a circular rug that fills the floor space. The crowd murmurs and whispers. There is nothing here. Draw coins, I have absolutely no. There is nothing here. Your elven guide shrugs. Step inside and take a look properly. The crowd are clustered around the monument as though expecting the rug inside to move. Oh, that's a trap, chat. This is a trap. Okay, before we step into the trap, I would assume I step there and the rug will fall. I'll try it, you tell your guide, and then you step into the monument. But just as your foot is about to touch the circular rug, there is nothing there. You have a moment to curse your treacherous guide, and then you are falling. I fucking knew it. Ah. I'm back here. Huh. Well, I can continue to see where that goes. You're floating slowly down through the air, turning over and over. You're in pitch blackness. You cannot see a thing. Then a spot of light appears. It grows wider and wider until finally you emerge to a fate that is nearly worse than death. In a sewers again? You have landed in a disgusting pile of unbelievable filth, slime, excrements, sludge, dung, and dregs. It's not a trap if I expected. It's just me stepping in something to see what will happen. Ah. I thought I fell into it. Where's my water? Cause I not you teleport. Ooh, magic. And then I merge back there. And my guy's like, wait, what? I'm out of focus, weirdly. You learn to discuss blah 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 blah. All the way up to your neck, you are evidently in the sewers of Car. You start to struggle up your feet when a splashing sound to your left draws your attention to a small opening in the wall right next to your ear. Something is coming. I'm not ducking. You cannot bring yourself to duck and simply hold your breath as the filthy liquid explodes from the chut, whatever chut is. A moment later, you are violently sick. Gasping for breath, you wipe yourself off as best as you can and wait out from the heap of filth. You can feel it in your eyebrows. Disgusting. Now, where is that? Ah. Oh, that's... Wait, first. Oh, that's the lower portion of that. That was a weird sound. In the first one, we went that way. Somewhere here. And now... Oh, we can go up from there. We can continue to that one. That's a waterfall. We can go here, we can go here, we shouldn't go here. Which means we go forward and be here and fight whatever that is. And try to go there. Can I pray? Oh, I can pray for healing again, good. I have my god again. But yeah, it's not a trap if I expected. Because I expected something. I just wanted to see what will happen. You stand in a cavernous sewer tunnel filled knee-deep with... Sorry. Filled knee-deep in slow-flowing, stench-filled water. It is pitch black. You could be standing on a mountaintop or inside a coffin, except that is for a single speck of light somewhere in the far distance. Tunnel disappears off into darkness. Toward the light ahead. You make your way up the tunnel away from the distant light. It is slow progress as you creep through the dark, keen not to trip over into the muck. The distant light still grows closer. Whatever it is moving quicker than you. Ice cold water drips from the ceiling and runs down your neck. Let's see what it is. I still can cast fear. You cup your hands to your mouth and bellow. I can't fucking read today. And bellow. Who goes there? The marching feet stop instantly. There is a pause. Show yourselves. The pause continues. Then suddenly the walls are filled with a blood-curdling cry, like molten iron filling a crucible. The feet begin to pound forward, approaching at speed. Goblins! You stand your ground and wait. The distant light comes closer and closer. Still, and soon you can see the bobbing heads of a score of goblins. Their cleavers, sword, daggers, and teeth, flashing and reflect torchlight. They face forward through the sewers like rats. Then we cast a spell. Take me to the king. You wait, and within a few moments, the tunnel is filled with goblins. There are not one or two, but a whole army, led by a tall, stocky elder goblin, and chanting a weird, guttural song. They pause a short distance away from you, and the leader steps forward. You should not be here, the goblin declares. This is the domain of the Mad King, and of us. To the king, boys. The goblin laughs. Certainly we will drag your corpse to his feet. He gestures behind him, and one of his warriors steps up, grinning, enjoying a long hooked blade. How would a fireball fare in here? Oh, not DOS, I need H. What do I mean, not Genie? Fire! You cast a spell creating a fireball that you fling at the nearest goblin. It evaporates in a cloud of smoke. The goblin leader laughs. He gestures another of his minions to face you. I was expecting the fireball to be a bit bigger, but... Okay, then we can cast... Doz, which causes slowness. We can cast another hot. We can cast mud. We can cast pop, but I don't have a pebble, weirdly enough. We can cast gak, which causes fear, or we can cast god. You cast a spell, whipping out the black face mask. The goblins shake and quiver with fear. You're clearly a powerful being, the lead goblin declares. We will not trouble you. And with that, he waves his army on. They march off into the tunnel. Fear at them. You call and outjeer at the goblins, and they pass, but they are well trained. Even the grunts at the back ignores you. At the rear are two goblin generals. How many more soldiers does the Mad King want? The first asks the second as they pass your position. Thousands. The second replies. Then spits, but he'll get what he gets. That he will, the first agrees, testing his blade on his stump. That walks on, still talking in muttering voices. The goblin are tramping away. That's the best fucking spell, chat. And when I mean the best, I mean the best. That was the second fight we're avoiding just because of it. One moment, chat. Up and fight. Okay. You travel along along behind the goblin like a shadow. The Black Lion's tribes are ready. The first goblin general hisses. The second goblin makes a chittering noise, something close to a laugh, ready to run through this city like a river of molten steel. The word from the king. I would assume the king is Vic. A few words. Uh, the first goblin said, but I have learned a few myself. Yeah. One hisses, stopping suddenly and cocking his ear. What was that? Fucking keeping up, bro. I heard nothing. The other replies. You hurry to keep pace, just behind them in the dark. I'm not fucking freezing if the goblins are living here. I wonder what the fuck that noise is. Down, they back up and fight. You know one of the lines. One goblin is squeezing the other. The goblin spits in agreement. I ever heard the Mad King whispers it to himself. His voice drops for a moment, and you only hear the second half of what he says. And Forgus pride. The tunnel turns a corner. Something glints from the side of the sewer. I'm keeping up. Wait, didn't we? Half of a spell line. The Goblin Army. Half of a spell. By Forgus Pride weight. Korga's Grace. Maybe that line is part of the poem as well. That would make sense. We found them in the sewers as well. What does that say? I'll keep going. I'm following an army, which will then, if the king knew you even knew that much, tell him, and I cut your throat. The other goblin hisses back. The first goblin, I'm not going to pronounce that. Stay quiet, and maybe we'll get to cut his. No, I don't think they like the Goblin King, chat. Just then, you see more light up ahead. It seems the sewer is opening out onto a wider plain. What? Where the fuck did you go? In the opening. Peering through, you see a huge chamber, like an underground cathedral. Water pours into narrow channels and openings high in the walls. And several wooden ladders disappear upwards. But your eyes are taken by the center of the room. It is filled with goblins, like a ship holding filled with Bleh, 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 bleh. Good morning, RGB. Or good evening, I guess. I'm following an army of goblins that I just scared with one of the best spells in that game. But yeah, good morning, it's just 8 p.m. Also, RGB, did you check the schedule? Yippee! Let's no, we're following. There is an army of them, and I am at 8 HP, and I want to meet their king before I kill them. But did you? The schedule is in the Discord. I probably should have mentioned everyone while I was posting it, not after that. Is the peak of human skill. Is the peak of the human skill of graphic design. I know it's perfect. It took me like 2 hours to make. I was following an existing schedule that I looked at, that I found online, and I was trying to. What to? What do you mean to? To what? 2 hours. Yes. I had no idea how to use Photoshop. So I was exploring how to use Photoshop. If I used something simpler, I could have used it I could have made it in 10 minutes. But, well, I was exploring Photoshop. And it took me 2 hours. Not to make, not to put the pictures, just to make the template behind the pictures. The pictures took me like 2 minutes. Because I took a picture, put the picture, took the other picture of the other game, put the picture, and just wrote the thing. You could have just draw red on an MS Paint page and... Oh no, I know I could have, but I need to learn how to use Photoshop a bit better because I need to start making actual thumbnails for my videos. And I could use it probably for when I'm editing videos. Just like a combinazione. Yes, cat. Yes, cat. Yes, cat. Thumbnails, chumps. I mean, yes, but they also provide views, and I quite like views. I like the attention. But yeah, how was you? How was your day? How was this fine Monday? Peering through, you see a huge chamber, like an underground cathedral. Water pours in through narrow channels opening up. We read that. But your eyes are taken by the center of the room. It fills with goblins, like sheep hold filled with rats. I got 3 whole hours of sleep. Oh, I'm at the top of the new world. Oh, sorry to hear that. Also, why only 3 hours? That doesn't sound healthy at all. They swim around one another, clashing swords and baring teeth. I would need some of those teeth. In the middle of them, on an improvised throne sits a man, hung called Law. He wears a metal circlet on his head. I found the king. I started talking to a random people, and then a conversation started, and we just followed to that. Oh no, I feel that. That have happened to me before. It's not a good thing. When you need to wake up early. The other day, is that right, cat? You sleep into the hole. It is worn with a fetid breath, 1,000 creatures who drink and laugh and clash swords down in the muck. Yeah. Oh, by the way, can I say one of the most powerful spells, just in case you encounter wizards constellations? Yes, of course you can. Tak. Okay, I'll remember that. Probably. On the throne, their king seems to be sleeping, or else they have killed him by accident. He's a man, not a goblin. How does he control this rebel? The goblin rebel are an army of the worst kind. Fractious, vicious, and with nothing to lose. The king coughs suddenly. The effect is bizarre. At the noise, every goblin in the great chamber freezes and looks up. Let's see what you say. It would be fun if I cast a fireball at him and he dies immediately. I'm the new king. You wait, transfixed by the strange sense. Sense? Fuck you mean, Stefan. I can't read today. By the strange scene. The king pushes on the arm of his chair, attempting to stand, then shivers and falls down. Silence, he whispers. The chamber is suddenly quiet. I'm just sad because you entered a trap of your own will, no less. I'm curious I'm actually happy with the goblins. They're more reasonable. Like, they're more reasonable than the people above. I like the goblins more, including the fact I want to burn them, but that's another question. I want their teeth, actually. You keep waiting, wanting to see what comes next. The king fingers the circlet on his head, as if scared it will slip. My creatures, he whispers. The time is almost on us. As the night draws in, we will rise up and open the gates. We will rub this filthy city clean. He is broken off into a fit of coughing. I think we found Vic. The long journey is nearly over. Declares the king, raving with madness. The process I began when I blinded Excuse me? When I blinded Lord Teetha and left him a beggar. Finally, the council will be destroyed and the city will cleansed. Holy Mother of Jesus. You stay hidden and wait. A goblin close by your elbow murmurs, "How much longer do we have to listen to this?" His companion silences him with a talon to the arm. You stay hidden and wait. The king finally gets to his feet and raises a wizened arm into the air. "I open the gates for you tonight," he cries, "and we will make the city pure." The king raises a cheer, and the goblins, as one, cheer back, throwing their swords up in the air. 1,000 blades flash, and the the confusion when they land is extreme. Every goblin coming for cover and squibbling and to retrieve their blade. They're stupid. You stay hidden and wait. The king calls for silence, but the goblins do not hear him. They are still in a mess with their swords. The king calls again for silence, clutching his circlet with one hand. This time the goblin fell silent. Oh, silent, I can't read. You realize with a heavy heart that you have missed the best opportunity you will get to escape the chamber by the leader. I don't want to. You stay hidden and wait. The goblins carouse and celebrate. The room is becoming unbearably hot and faded. Time to go. No, don't tell me what to do, game. Now you stay hidden and wait. The goblin celebrations are turning into a fight. You'll be caught in the middle of it if you can get out of the way. The man is thin. Oh, I died. The man is thin as if he has not eaten in months, and pale as if he has been in the wait just as long. His hair is long and grey, and he slumps over the side of his throne. Although desperately ill, his clothes are long, soiled robes that perhaps were once quite fine. Only he wears a great circlet of dull silver metal. You cannot quite place around you. A group of goblins are attacking each other with picks and swords. One is thrown backwards, landing on top of you. Another brings down a blade. The goblin rolls to one side, and the blade hits you inside. I died. You've been killed in the goblin skirmish. Okay. Let's repeat that, but without the dying part. Look at the goblins, yes. Stop clicking that. Giuseppe is suddenly quiet. I'm just gonna wait until he mentions that he blinded Blood and Talon and left the beggar find the city will make a move. Announce myself. Creep to a leader. Ah. Can I kill him? Seeking to the shadow, you begin to creep around the perimeter of the hole, aiming for one of the long ladders. I read it wrong. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. There we go. The goblin holders here. Look at the goblins. I want to introduce myself to him. I want to see what will happen. But also, I want to know. There we go. I think I left him a beggar. Make a move. There we go. Wait, is that a new clue? Weirdly, no. Wasn't the person who blinded Lord Peter. You take 3 steps forward and go out the top of your voice. I've come from Analand. No one notices you. Over the glam of the goblin horde. Your voice is nothing. Fuck you mean? Fortunate really. The king of Vanderland must have chosen an idiot for a champion for you to attempt such an entrance. A goblin close by your elbow murmurs, how much longer do you have to listen to this? Let's continue reading. On your head, the king finally gets to his feet, blah blah blah. The king raises his chair, blah 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 blah. You shift your position in the darkness to try and get a better view of the king's strange circlet. You cannot place the material. It does not seem to be iron or the steel of a blade, but it is not precious either. Yet a circlet of bone. Oh, yes. Remind me what spell. I certainly can cast a spell of Firebolt really do well against that person that can't even see us. The king treats it generally as though it was made of glass. The king calls for silence, but the goblins do not. Whoops. I sadly can't. Well, no, let me change the battery and we'll see what spell uses that, because I don't remember. Was it the one to control people? Maybe it was the one to control people. Okay, we're back. Across the blast mass, you require a jewel, mirror, fire water, stone dust, yellow powder, gale horn, oak sapling, brass pendulum, medallion, maybe Zen, but I highly doubt that. Furrow ring, no. Sun jewel, no. Requires a bracelet. Oh, there it is, a bracelet of bone. Kid. It's a bracelet, not a crown. While wearing a bracelet of bone, the caster of this spell can concentrate on a particular illusion, and this illusion will become real to others. However, affected creatures must be intelligent, and the caster must not act counter to the illusion. You bitch! I'm a fucking sorcerer. Can't I notice this? That's bullshit. Wait, do I die from a heart attack then? Better to make a move. If we forward, the goblins goes and celebrate. The room is becoming unbearable. Hold on, blah blah blah. Time to go make a move. Wait, what? Wait, what? When you go. Something else isn't. Wait, what then? Me? Him? What the fuck you mean? When you go. Why couldn't I? My question is, why can't I reach the ladder when it's right here? Is this the bug? Is this the bug the game? Okay, look at the men. Look at the circlet. Then make a move. Apparently, I can't reach the ladder, so we go back then. We creep back down the sewers you came in by. The son of Goblin Army echoes for a long way over your shoulder, but it seems they're too busy appeasing their would-be king. Dressing shorter now, you no longer have the touch level goblin to follow, but you do not hurry. Stumble here and trip into the slurry water truly would be a fate worse than death. Well, I'm not entirely sure about that, but their way seems to continue into the infinite darkness, but the goblins must have come from somewhere. But mint, what is the illusion here? There's nothing else for it. You strike off along the sewers, hoping to find a way out. It is impossible to tell how much time has passed in the world above. Perhaps the sun has gone down, and the stars have come out. But down here, all that you know is that the people of Ka are still throwing their slops into the grate. The water underfoot stinks, and the duct above your head runs with the thick filth. The illusion is that of freedom. Actually, possibly. I will not be surprised. I'm not telling. But tell me, though. Reach a junction. After series, blah, 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 blah. It would be funny if they lead the exact same way, though. Wait, I know what I want to listen. Bum, bum, bum. I love that song. There are no ladders up from this stretch of sewers. I've walked more than the whole width of the city by now. Well, not really. By now. And be out under the backlands themselves. Or what if the sewers form a great circle and you are simply walking around and around, slowly carving a deeper channel for the filth? Well, it doesn't though. Oh god, I love that song. That looks disgusting, by the way. You emerge into a small chamber where a knee-deep pool of sewage has collected. The liquid is bubbling, and as you watch, a shape rises from the water. It is the smooth hide of a slime eater. It roars, gobbling slime and goo at you. Namambasi. I really hope it's flammable. Okay. What was the spell? Let me check the spell you mentioned. Tak. Okay. This isn't a wizard space then. What is a wizard space? We can cast Doz. We can cast Dop. You know it's a wizard space when it says it is. Wow. Wow. Or we can cast Pep. We can cast Tail. On the fucking slime, mate. We can cast Raz. We can Riz it. Or we can cast Rap. Talk all languages. Something else. We can cast Yob. We can cast Yob. We can cast Yaz. Cause invisibility. I don't have a pearl ring. Or we can cast Yap. We can cast Jig. Jig? I'm curious. Maybe slow would be good. Because I think that's the only spell. Tail doesn't work. Gob. We can't. Well, I should have got a couple of teeth from them, but... Jig doesn't work. Pep, we can't. Pop, we can. Oh, we have a Z. We have Zip, which calls teleportation, but we can cast it. We have Moonbird from A Little Goody Two Shoes. Goes. No. Let me find it. Ah, Moonbird. Ooh, I like that. We can cast Zap. You cast the spell, creating a powerful bolt of electricity in your palm, which you release into the folds of the slimy eater's flesh. For a moment, it lights up like a bonfire, glowing bright green. Then the energy of the bolt disperses into the water. The creature oozes and gasps, clearly weakened, but not yet defeated. Ew. Wow. No, I was right to defend here. Then I defend again. Both of us defend. Then I attack for 7. Ah, we won. You need to pray you're getting low on health. I know. 1 stamina loss is fine though. And then silence. I mean, I don't think the ooze can talk, so it was silence even before that, but okay. The body of the slimy eater sinks down into the muck. Past the slimy eater, slimy eater's lair is another tunnel. I got nothing from him. Thank you, Gorilla. Appreciate you, honey. It's a slimy eater. Ow, it's a something that eats slimes. Even worse. Further on, the sewer end, and a walkway opens to the right. You step gratefully out of the field and muck into a low tunnel. Oh, it's a tunnel! Slimes or living ooze do not exist in this world. Ah. What does the slimy eater eat then? It just refers to him as a... Ah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Um, you're having a dead end passageway, but there is a light here shining from above. You look up to see a hole in the roof of the sewers. And even better, there is a rope with a bucket heading from the gap. You have found a disused well. There's rope. Please don't break. I cannot believe your luck. Down here is in the dark. You have been thinking you might never escape. Well, there is a ladder right behind the leader of the goblins. From expecting it to come free on a slight tug, but it does not. It holds to secure and firm. The climb will be long, but it will be safe. Reassured, you start to climb. The first few feet are wonderful. Field runs clear from air from your lungs, but the rest of the climb is long and makes for hard work. Up we go, boys. Halfway up. Ooh. You stop for a rest. Keep climbing, boy. Oh, girl, I guess in that case. You continue to climb. It takes maybe half an hour. Oh, god damn. Of inching your way up the road, but eventually you reach the top. You're indeed climbing out through a wall into the open air. You take a deep lungful, expecting crisp, fresh air, but what you get is stale and dusty. Where are you now? I'm in the necropolis. That's where I just wanted to go. See, Chad, we reached the destination. You have emerged from the sewers into a wide area of tall trees and short headstones, surrounded by a tall ironwork fence, overgrown with ivy and gripweed. You're in the necropolis of Kar, a city of the dead. The sun is beginning to set already behind the city wall. To the north, you must be close to the gate now. We reached the necropolis. What the fuck is this? Towards the north gate. East, west, north. Is that the north gate? Oh, hey, that is. I thought the north gate would be somewhere here. I didn't read that it says north gate. I wanna go to the giant structure in the right. You walk for half an hour. I can tell you where Wizard Spot is actually. Ooh, I would like that. Half an hour through thick trees along the narrowing track until you reach a fork on the top of the ziggurat. Okay, I was going for that either way. Reach fork in the road to the left. The road gets narrower still. To the right, a massive shadow looms, so large it seems as though a colossus has seated itself on the wall. Though in thought, a chill wind blows through you as though you get a better look at the shadowy shape. Left. We need to go right. Kalgar. Ooh. Oh, that's the poem mentioned him. The shadow to the right has a ziggurat silhouette. It is a ziggurat silhouette. Nah, really. It is a ziggurat with perhaps 100 steps leading to its apex. The tree whispers and move. Night is wheeling in. You should get moving. Things whisper between the trees. Meow. I think one of our clues mentioned that. Oh, Cougar's eyes, there we go, that's one of them. The Nurture of Cougars involves his 3 eyes, that might be of a use. Then we have poem. Oh, there, Cougar's Grace. That might be of use as well. And the spell line, I don't think it's by Forgus Pride, it doesn't. Okay. You stand at the base of the towering ziggurat, built from carved stone blocks, each the size of a hay bale. Jesus Christ. The temple rises higher than the city wall, and positioned, I would be ending soon because it's been 2.5 hours as well. Climbing the ziggurat and running there. So, and positioning to catch the first star of evening as its uppermost point, a moment which has just passed. Oh no, it's a gargoyle. You tilt your head back looking for an opening and finally make out one. Make one out. Damn. You're about to meet. You mean the north gate? I want to. No, it's the north gate, I think. Yes, it's the north gate. I think we ended from the south. Did we? Where did we end it from, actually? Why? Oh yeah, we ended from the south. Oh, there are only two doors to that city. Damn. Make one out. Make one out. A small black dot, about a third of the way up. But even that is quite the climb. And for the less devoted worshippers, a small gargoyle by the step has an open mouth, ready to accept offerings. Technically, in East the West Gate, if actually East the West, I'm not entirely sure why it goes south. Why did it go south? Wait. Also, it's not north. It's not north, it's northeast. Weird. The gargoyle is carved in the shape of a small but spiky dog with long claws, sharp horns, and a pointy beard. Its mouth is wide open and its tongue lolls out with a coin-shaped slot in the back of the throat. You slide the gold piece into Gargoyle's mouth. For a moment, nothing happens. Then it appears to swallow, and next it opens its stone eyelid to reveal two crisp and beautiful eyes. Did I just took damage? Oh no, I think he healed me. Looking into the gargoyle's eyes fill you with a sense of calm and peace. The eyes close after a moment, but the sense of well-being remains. Or did you just imagine that the gargoyle moved? The gargoyle healed me. Thank you, gargoyle. You begin the climb, holding yourself up the first step. Either the ziggurat was built for giants, or ascending is an act of devotion. The next few steps are equally exhausting. You have to throw your pack up first and follow. I cast Fireball and burn the ziggurat. Oh, Oh. Aww. Aww. I want to check what your spell was, so when I reach the top I can remember. Tak. Okay. I can cast. Oh, I can. I know I can cast how. Aw, not funny. We can cast big. We can cast sus. That's about it. Oh, we can cast. Yeah, fig. Oh, not fig. Oh, wow. Big it is then. G. There we go. Alright, you cast the spell. Swelling to three times your size, you are now able to run up the stairs, but the scale quickly changes. It seems the builders of the pyramid created an optical illusion, and the ladder steps are not as high as the lower ones. The change is so gradual that you hardly notice as the spell fades. You reach the halfway point almost as high as the city wall beyond and pause to rest. Wait, can't I just jump? Well, if we are here, can't I just use fall and jump and land outside the wall? Do you have fall? I mean, I casted it a couple seconds ago when I was entering this thing. So I would assume the distance from here to here is not enough to change the stars. Can you explain to me how a distance of maybe 500 meters changes the stars? Because that's not how it works. No matter how much. I mean, if that house is wide, like, I need something to measure. If that house is, let's say, in diameter, it's maybe 20 meters. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 2, 220, 240, 260. And also star does move even in short distance. Bending light. I mean, he is, but still, they should relatively be the same stars. I know they change, but they don't change that drastically, I think. Anyway, up the secret. And I mean in the real world. In the game, maybe they change, but in real world, they don't, I think. And what I mean, they don't, I mean in short distances. You halfway up. Freezes of access the wizard stars. How does that work though? In Polish metals ring and blah blah blah. Look at the view. You also take in the view from this distance of the ziggurat. You can see nothing but the top of the wall, and beyond the gleaming clarkness of the marsh of the Blackland. Walk around the north. They're more like holes. Stars aren't really celestial bodies there. Okay, that explains actually. It is explaining one of the books. The stars here are holes. Do they live in a snowball like the snow globes? You just have holes in it. You move around to the north face. You see the path ahead running straight between wild and overgrown trees. It seems. You literally live in a. Actually, it makes sense. It seems very few people come to this way anymore. The tunnel gate itself is now visible. However, it is and appeared deserted. They notice a point of light. A torch has been lit between the trees. Return to the steps of the ziggurat. The opening is still several minutes. Climb upwards, but it will take just as long to climb down from here. I mean, I'll probably sleep up there. Doing close at you, trying to pull you to earth. You continue the way, the way we climb to the first level of the ziggurat. What? The first level? You climb for another 20. God damn, that's a big ziggurat. 20 minutes up this steep stone steps until you're gasping and panting for breath once more. But finally, you've reached the dark opening. I mean, it doesn't look that big. I'm basically as big as the ziggurat, as the level of the ziggurat. The dark opening that you saw from the base of the temple. The steps themselves continue up a little further still to the very peak of the temple. For reference, one of the steps is half your height. Damn. The opening is guarded by rock sculpted images. Unimaginable creatures. Beyond, you see a long dark hallway with something large and glimmering. To the top, boys. God damn, I just lost the health I gained for them. You keep climbing before your legs seize up from the climb. All the way to the top of the ziggurat. Night has fallen. Stars appear across the sky in a peaceful repose. That is their true nature. Warning spirits, testing for control of the world below. Huzzah, Wizardston. Cast your educated. Try to fashion a spell. With your head tilted back, you can see more stars than you ever have seen in the city. Perhaps you are above the level of the lights and the smoke and the dust. Or perhaps more stars chose to cluster here around this sacred site. It still feels weird, but if you were a true mage and not a mere sorcerer, who knows what spells one could weave at a spot like this. You lean back and look up, trying to recognize the stars from your studies. What do you mean there are more stars? There's 3 letters. I had more stars in the fucking sewers. Ooh, at least they're... you fashion the stars into alignment. And an enhancement is created. You feel a tingling sensation in your wrist, and you look down to see flashing sparks in your palm that flickers different colors, for a moment gold, then white, then black. You flex your fingers, ready to grasp the sparks, which begin to flash faster and faster. Perhaps the shade of spark is important. Will you grab a certain color or trust to chance? Let me view my memory. That's right. That's right, Captain. We're wizard. I'm waiting. I'm out of focus though. Green spark, gold spark. Just grab. I would assume they all do different stuff. Also, did I just create a spell? The green spark is knowledge of the languages. Gold is aspire life, is the aspire life itself. What is a spiral life itself? Oh, but I disconnected from chat for a moment. Sorry about that. So what do you suggest me touch? I'm going for gold. Maybe languages are good, but I can choose the different one. Just grab is random, by the way. Okay. You close your fist tight. The sparks are hot in your palm, but the pain fades quickly. And when you reopen your fist, you find you are now holding a gold-backed mirror. The sparks and the spells itself are gone. You have found one of the secret spells of the Temple of Korga. The icy wind chews you to the bone. I don't remember. Jewel, bone, pearl ring, medallion, oak, pendulum, powder, gale horn, water, dust. Oh, there we go. Hin. Oh, I can summon copies. Ugh, an exact replica of the enemy. Cool. You have chosen the spiral life itself. Ah. You look out across the city. In far distance, you see torches. The woods toward the north gate. Looking back, you see the light of a car coming on, and the shouts of filling drums and nighttime thieves. The view is quite wondrous, but your journey beckons. You start the long climb down the ziggurat once more. And then we're here. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you all being here. We'll see each other next time. Until then, don't forget, have fun, everyone!